everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name's Katie and I make book related videos every single Wednesday, and I was looking through my channel and I realized that it was about time for me to do another non-book related favorites videos. I film one of these, I would say, every 3 or 4 months, and they're actually my favorite videos to watch other booktubers film, just because I like to creep into other people's lives and see outside of booktube what people really like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into favorites, and I will point out at the time you're watching this video is pre-recorded. I'm currently in Las Vegas celebrating my mom's birthday with the family. So if you want to track my trip, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll have the link down below. I'm sure I'll be Instagram storying a lot. Okay, getting into my favorites, I'm gonna kind of go in order. First, I'll do makeup and beauty stuff. So first, for beauty related stuff, I'm sure if you guys watch any type of skincare videos or any type of makeup videos online, you've probably seen people talking about this brand lately, but that is The Ordinary skincare. The Ordinary is basically a no bullshit, no fluff, inexpensive skincare line. And when I say no bullshit, no fluff, I mean that if you look at a ton of like skincare marketing, it just feels like it's a lot of BS. And I'm sure there's some BS on The Ordinary's website. I'm not saying that it's not, but it's really getting into the science of the skincare. I will say almost to the point where it's so overwhelming that I have trouble understanding it, but I've personally been really enjoying this. If you're curious, my skin type is very dry, very dehydrated, and I have a lot of, so to help moisturize my skin, I've been using the 100% organic cold pressed Moroccan argan oil. I've been mixing that with my moisturizer day and night and really enjoying it. Then the 100% rosehip seed oil is supposed to help with dark spots on your skin, and I have noticed that my skin has been looking a lot brighter lately. And then finally, just because I'm in my mid-20s now, I do want to focus on some anti-aging stuff, so I have the Advanced Retinoid 2%, and once every few nights I apply this at night. My next item is a makeup item, and this is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is their pressed powder, and you might be thinking that's way too dark for you, and I'm aware. So obviously I'm somewhat pale, and I was really interested in the Hoola Bronzer Light when that came out, if you guys are familiar with it. But I also just feel like Benefit as a brand is just very overpriced what it is. There's some brands that I feel like justify splurging, and Benefit, nothing against Benefit, but I've just never been interested in that line. And so I searched online for dupes, and I came across a video from, I never had to say her name, is it Talia? But she said that the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder in the shade 310 Sun Beige is a spot-on dupe for it, and this has been such a good bronzer. If you're pale, I'm sure you've experienced this, but a lot of matte bronzers will just make you look straight up orange like an Oompa Loompa, and this one is just the perfect tone. So if you're pale and you've been looking for a good bronzer to warm up your face but not make you look like an orange, this is perfect. And next I want to talk about an accessory type thing, and that is my new backpack. Well, I've had it for a couple months now, and this is a handmade leaf backpack from the brand Leafling, and I will go ahead and link their Etsy shop down below. It's a girl in, oh god, I'm gonna remember the country wrong. It's in Eastern Europe. I want to say it's Hungary, but I could be wrong. But she makes these. I just want to say I don't have an affiliate link code. This video is not sponsored. She sent this to me, but that's it. I would not be showing it in this video if I didn't like it. This is the burgundy backpack, and this isn't for obviously carrying around really heavy stuff. This is just, for example, I went to the Renaissance Fair, and this was the perfect backpack for that sort of like light day trip. And my favorite thing about these is that number one, they're relatively waterproof, and number two, they are not expensive. I feel like this kind of stuff on Etsy can get really overpriced really easily, but I want to say her backpacks, they do range in price, and she has lots of different ones, but this one I want to say is around $30, so really reasonably priced, so I'll go ahead and link that down below. So now I wanted to talk about podcasts, and I know I have a whole video on my favorite podcasts, and I did want to point out, a lot of you guys said just give My Favorite Murder a little bit more time, because I was honest with you guys and I said I didn't like it at all. And I will say I went back and watched a few of the first episodes, and now I am really enjoying it. I will say it's not even remotely like my favorite podcast of all time, but it is just a fun one to listen to, so I have been liking that. But my favorite one right now, and I know I'm late to the game on this, I know a lot of people listened to it a really long time ago, but that is Dirty John. I've never been able to get into, say, for example, Serial, where it's tracking one sort of crime throughout many episodes, but this one has me hooked. I want to say I'm on episode 4 or 5, but it's basically about a con artist, but that's a light term for basically what he is and does, but super fascinating. I highly recommend. For a movie, this is on Netflix, and that is Gerald's Game. This is based off of the Stephen King book, and it's about a woman where a sex game goes wrong with her husband. She's chained to the bed, he has a heart attack and dies, rise on top of her, and then she has to figure out, how do I get out of this situation? So I watched this with a few friends, and it was horrifying. Easily not the best movie I've ever seen, but definitely the best Netflix movie I've ever seen. Although the whole movie isn't gory, the one scene that is gory is the most like cringe-inducing gore scene I have ever seen. There's also one scene where I screamed bloody murder, and it's so rare that I do that, so I highly recommend going ahead and checking that out. And then my last favorite, and this is gonna sound very stupid, but my last favorite are potatoes. And I do feel stupid for saying that, but I think the thing I've realized is that I'm sure, like many of you guys, I don't have self-control when it comes to food. And the type of food that I really will just gorge on and have, especially no self-control, is anything that's salty and really savory, like for example pizza, garlic bread, pasta. Like you can put a tub of ice cream in front of me, I'll have one scoop and I am done. But anything that's salty and cheesy, I can't seem to control myself. And these potatoes really for me just symbolize a lifestyle change, which sounds idiotic, but I really just removed from my whole apartment anything like that that's just instant food, like say mac and cheese, frozen garlic bread, frozen pizza, because if it's there, I will eat it. And something like potatoes, where it takes a solid 45 minutes from beginning to end. I mean, mainly it's just in the oven, but I like to just chop them up, add a little pepper, add a little cumin and chili powder, bake them in thin wedges, and it definitely satisfies that like salty, savory craving I have, but it also takes like 45 minutes, as I said, to cook it. So it's not like a bag of Cheetos where I can sit there and eat the entire thing. I really can only eat one serving at a time. And by making changes like this, I have lost some weight, which I've been pretty proud of. I've just been eating healthier, working out more, and I know that's a little bit of a sensitive subject someday, but I just want to point out, you guys only see me from shoulders up. I carry all of my weight in my lower half, and I've actually, for the first time in my life, been making some good changes and seeing some really positive results. So I'm just really personally happy about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you've tried out any of these things that I've mentioned, or if you have anything you would like to recommend, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.